Welcome to Glimmer Tales Cove. Today we are going to tell a story about adventure. Are you ready to set off with me? In a distant tropical rainforest lived a young elephant named Mimi. Mimi was endlessly curious about the ever-changing clouds in the sky. Every day, he would stand at the edge of the forest, gazing at the fluffy white clouds that sometimes resembled cotton candy and other times towered majestically like mountains. One day, Mimi noticed that the clouds had started to darken, gathering into heavy masses. The wind began to stir, bringing a hint of coolness. Mimi felt a rush of excitement because he knew this could be the prelude to a heavy rain. He loved the fresh air and moist ground after the rain, which made him feel incredibly comfortable and happy. Just then, a colorful butterfly fluttered by and told Mimi about a magical meadow on the other side of the jungle. After it rained, it would burst into a riot of colors with blooming flowers. Intrigued by the description, Mimi decided he would venture to this mysterious meadow after the rain. He closed his eyes, feeling the moisture in the air, eagerly awaiting the rain and the unknown beauty. As the clouds gathered, the atmosphere in the jungle grew tense. All the animals began seeking shelter from the impending rain. Birds flew back to their nests, and monkeys scurried up the high branches. Mimi, however, felt differently. He ran excitedly through the forest, embracing the power of the wind and the scent of the imminent rain. Soon, the first raindrops began to fall, gently landing on Mimi's broad back. The raindrops grew denser, pouring from the sky to form sheets of rain. Mimi lifted his head, letting the rain wash over his skin, enjoying the coolness and refreshment. He started dancing in the rain, splashing in the puddles, creating a beautiful scene. The rain continued, enveloping everything in the jungle. Leaves shimmered as they were cleansed by the rain, and the small streams quickly began to swell. Mimi noticed some little animals struggling due to the heavy rain. Using his large body, he provided them with shelter, becoming a small guardian in the rainforest. The rain lasted for quite a while until the skies gradually cleared. Sunlight pierced through the clouds, lighting up the post-rain earth, making everything look fresh and vibrant. Mimi knew it was time to search for the legendary magical meadow. He bid farewell to his friends in the forest and embarked on his quest. Following the streams through the jungle, which had become lively and cheerful with the rain, Mimi advanced. Along the way, he saw new buds and blooming flowers nourished by the rain, their colors even more vibrant under the sunlight. Mimi's heart, too, was filled with hope and energy, akin to the post-rain scenery. Mimi walked along the stream for a long way until he arrived at an open meadow. The meadow, revitalized by the rain, exuded a distinct charm, filled with the sense of soil and greenery. Mimi saw the colorful flowers the butterfly had described. They bloomed vibrantly after the rain, like nature's most splendid palette. Various small animals also enjoyed the refreshing aftermath. Rabbits leapt in the soft mud, birds sang happily from the branches, and even rare deer appeared, gracefully foraging and savoring fresh leaves. Mimi wandered through the meadow, gently touching the flowers with his trunk, feeling their soft petals and fresh fragrance. He noticed some flowers became more vivid after the rain, while others slowly bloomed under the moisture. Mimi was amazed, having never seen such a diverse and colorful natural scene. During his exploration, Mimi noticed some small animals struggling due to the mud left by the rain. A squirrel slipped into a muddy pit and struggled to climb out. Seeing this, Mimi quickly approached and used his long trunk to pull the squirrel out gently. The squirrel shook off the mud and nodded gratefully to Mimi. Next, Mimi found a bird's nest damaged by the rain, with the bird anxiously flying around it. Using his trunk and large ears, Mimi helped reconstruct the nest with nearby twigs and leaves, restoring the bird's home. The bird chirped happily around Mimi, expressing its gratitude with its clear song. Mimi spent a joyful afternoon in the magical meadow, helping many small animals and receiving countless friendships and thanks in return. The meadow became Mimi's new playground, where he felt the power of nature and the miracles of life. Mimi's happy time on the meadow was interrupted by a sudden storm. The sky darkened quickly, filled with thick clouds, thunder rolled, and strong winds blew. Soon, heavy rain poured down, with raindrops pounding the ground like beans. Mimi felt a tinge of unease, worrying about the safety of the small animals on the meadow. Deciding to take action, Mimi used his body as a shelter to provide a refuge for the animals with no hiding places. His large ears acted like tents, shielding most of the rain. Mimi also used his trunk to dig small trenches, directing water away from the animals' hiding spots. However, the storm's intensity exceeded Mimi's expectations. A flash of lightning tore through the sky, followed by a deafening clap of thunder. Mimi saw a large tree swaying precariously in the storm, with a group of rabbits seeking refuge beneath it. Without hesitation, Mimi rushed over and used his strong body to brace the tree, preventing it from falling and harming the rabbits. The storm lasted a long time, but Mimi steadfastly protected the small animals in need. His skin stung from the relentless rain, but he did not shrink back. Mimi knew he was more than just a guardian of the meadow, he was also the hope for all the small animals. Finally, the storm began to subside, and the sky started to clear. Mimi felt a wave of exhaustion but also immense satisfaction. The animals he protected safely emerged from beneath him, looking at Mimi with grateful eyes, some even gently rubbing against him to express their thanks. Mimi stood up, shook off the rainwater, and surveyed the meadow, now refreshed by the rain. Though some flowers and leaves had been knocked down, many more lives had grown stronger and more vibrant through the storm. Mimi knew this was the power of nature, bringing both challenges and renewal. After the storm, Mimi and the animals emerged from the shelter. The meadow was in disarray, but Mimi saw opportunity and hope. He began leading the animals to clear away broken branches and leaves, helping to rebuild the damaged nests and homes. During this process, Mimi taught the animals how to protect themselves during storms, find shelters, and quickly recover after the rain. He told them that while nature could sometimes bring challenges, nothing was insurmountable if they worked together. Mimi also helped some animals that had gotten lost due to the storm and couldn't find their way back home. He patiently helped them recall their paths and used his wisdom and strength to guide them home. Through this, Mimi learned a great deal, recognizing that every animal had its unique way of surviving and adapting to the environment. With Mimi's assistance, the meadow quickly regained its vitality. The animals learned how to survive in unpredictable weather, becoming braver and more confident. Watching this, Mimi felt warmth and joy, knowing his efforts were worthwhile. Mimi noticed some plants damaged by the storm. He gently uprooted them with his trunk and secured their roots with soil. He also guided the animals to collect scattered seeds, which they planted in the moist earth, anticipating new life. Time passed, and with the combined efforts of Mimi and the animals, the meadow returned to its former glory. New flowers sprouted from the post-rain soil, blooming even more brightly. By the stream, Mimi and the animals played together, splashing water and filling the air with laughter. Standing on the meadow, Mimi looked at the blue sky and drifting white clouds, filled with peace and contentment. He knew that regardless of future weather changes, he and his friends were ready. They had learned to find joy in nature's changes and to support each other in the face of adversity. As the sun set and dusk settled over the rain-freshened meadow, everything seemed serene and beautiful. Mimi and the animals sat together, sharing their stories and experiences. They knew this meadow was their home, a comforting refuge despite the storms. As night fell, Mimi returned to his resting place, and the animals went back to their homes. They carried the day's gains and happiness into sweet dreams. Mimi, the guardian of the rainforest, silently watched over the land, looking forward to a new day's dawn. Today's story ends here. If you like it, remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.